Hi and welcome to Scratch Chemistry. In today's video we will discuss about polyhydric alcohol. In polyhydric alcohol we will particularly discuss about a dihydric alcohol known as 1,2-diol or glycol. So let's get started. So what is polyhydric alcohol? What do we mean by polyhydric alcohol? The definition is, write the definition. If in a compound there are more than one hydroxyl group or OH group, this compound is known as polyhydric alcohol. In short form, write more than one hydroxyl group. Okay, hydroxyl group OH. Okay. So if in a compound there is one hydroxyl group, means one OH group, then we call it as monohydric alcohol. And we are already discussed about monohydric alcohol. Okay, if in a compound there are two OH group, if in a compound there are, let's say one OH group, if in a compound there are two OH group, then we call it as dihydric alcohol. Okay, if in a compound there are three OH group, then we call it as trihydric alcohol. Okay, so on and so forth. So monohydric alcohol we have already discussed. Then dihydric alcohol, and this is important in industry and chemical synthesis, so we will study about particularly dihydric alcohol. So let us study about dihydric alcohol. Okay, so dihydric alcohol. Okay, so we can write dihydric alcohol in two form. Okay, just see the green board, the carbon here OH. Okay, here carbon CH2, the two hydroxyl group. Okay, if in a compound there are two hydroxyl group, then we call it as dihydric alcohol. And in this compound there are two hydroxyl group, but the two hydroxyl group are attached to one carbon center. Okay, this is one form, this form 1. Okay, and in form 2 we can write it as CH2OH. This is also one kind of dihydric alcohol where two OH group are get attached to two carbons. Okay, here two hydroxyl group attached to one carbon, here two hydroxyl group attached to two different carbon. Okay, this is form 2. In two form dihydric alcohol we can write. So look at the form number 1. In form number 1, the form number 1 will spontaneously decomposes to formaldehyde. How? That is why this compound is not stable. Why? You can see the mechanism here. While oxygen lone pair returns back, here OH group releases and takes the hydrogen from here, water group releases and formation of formaldehyde, CHS double bond O, H C double bond O, CHH double bond O, formaldehyde formation takes place. So that is why the form 1 is not stable. Okay, this form 2 is stable compound and it has important role in industry and in chemical synthesis. So that we will study about different properties like physical, chemical properties and methods of preparation of this form 2. And this form 2 is known as 1,2-diol, other name is glycol, or other name we can write it as ethylene glycol. Okay, or so ethylene, CH2CH2 ethylene glycol, or 1,2-diol. This is 1, this is 2, 1, 2, 2 OH group, so diol, OL group, functional group for hydroxyl, so 1,2-diol. So let us study about 1,2-diol. 1,2-diol. So first we'll study its physical properties. Okay, so physical properties, give heading physical properties. So write in the point, the first point the 1,2-diol. Okay, 1,2-diol or glycol or ethylene glycol. The 1,2-diol is a colorless viscous liquid. Colorless viscous liquid. And in the second property, physical property, write it is soluble in water. It is soluble in water. And in the third physical property, write it has higher boiling point. It is a liquid, so it has higher boiling point. Okay, so it has higher boiling point than monohydric alcohol. Monohydric alcohol means the compound where there is one hydroxyl group. It has higher boiling point than monohydric alcohol of similar molecular weight. Similar molecular weight. Okay, so boiling point is considered by two factors mainly. One is molecular weight, another is by looking different hydrogen bonding. Okay, so if we compare the dihydric alcohol 1,2-diol to another monohydric alcohol and both have similar molecular weight, then we can say the dihydric alcohol or 1,2-diol has higher boiling point compared to that monohydric alcohol. For example, we can take, let us suppose take monohydric alcohol. Monohydric alcohol, propanol. Okay, 1-propanol. 1-propanol. You can see the molecular weight of 1-propanol is, structure of 1-propanol, straw, CH3 CH2 CH3 OH. Okay, 1 2 3 propane OH oil, 1-propanol. Okay, so molecular weight of 1-propanol is 60. Okay, and its boiling point is 97 degrees Celsius. Okay, boiling point how much? 97 degrees Celsius. And take one dihydric alcohol. Let us suppose take one dihydric alcohol, that is ethylene glycol. Simple 1,2-diol ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Structure of ethylene glycol, 1,2-diol CH2OH, CH2OH. This is ethylene glycol. So molecular weight of this compound is 62, I think. Okay, around 62. And its boiling point is how much? Its boiling point is 197 degrees Celsius. You can compare the boiling point of monohydric alcohol 1-propanol and the boiling point of dihydric alcohol ethylene glycol. There are huge difference. Okay, here boiling point is 97 degree, but here boiling point is 197 degrees Celsius, and both have similar molecularity. Here molecular weight is 60, but here molecular weight is similar to 62. So, and fourth physical property you can write, it has high viscosity. It has high viscosity. Okay, these are the physical property. So what is the reason behind all these properties? Okay, see on the green board this side. Okay, so all of you know what is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The bonding between hydrogen of one molecule to the electronegative element of another molecule. So that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and intermolecular hydrogen bonding is stronger than intramolecular hydrogen bonding. If you look at the structure of ethylene glycol or 1,2-diol, here you see CH2OH. Okay, CH2OH. This is ethylene glycol or 1,2-diol. Okay, so in the solution there are more number of ethylene glycol molecules. So let us, another molecule here is CH2OH attached to CH2OH, and here is another molecule CH2OH, CH2 2OH. Okay, you can see the hydrogen molecule of the hydrogen atom of one molecule 1,2-diol is bonded to oxygen or electronegative element of another molecule of 1,2-diol. Similarly, this oxygen get attached to this hydrogen of this 1,2-diol, and this hydrogen get attached to the oxygen of here, and here also this hydrogen is bonded to this oxygen. So in this way there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So that is why this is the main reason, right? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. This is the main reason behind all the physical properties. How? Coming to first point. So in the first point, it is colorless viscous liquid. What do you mean by viscous liquid? The liquid which doesn't flow easily, or you can say it is a kind of thick liquid, for example syrup or oil. So 1,2-diol is a viscous liquid. The reason behind it is the extensive hydrogen bonding because of 2 hydroxyl group present in 1,2-diol. Okay, so that is why it is a viscous liquid. Okay, understand? So in the next point, it is soluble in water. Okay, how it is soluble in water? You can, if there is water molecule surrounding to the glycol molecules, here HOH water, here also OHH, okay, here also OHH. Okay, the water molecule make hydrogen bonding to the 1,2-diol. Here you can see the hydrogen get bonded to this oxygen, here also this hydrogen bonded to oxygen, here also the hydrogen bonded to oxygen. Okay, so in this manner the hydrogen molecule, okay, dissolve the glycol molecule or 1,2-diol. That is why it is soluble in water, because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the one reason for all. Okay, in the third, it has higher boiling point. The reason also same, because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. If there is more number of hydrogen bonding, then it will be difficult to break the molecule. Okay, that is why it has higher boiling point. In coming to point number 4, it has high viscosity. So what do you mean by viscosity? Viscosity means it is a force of friction between two liquid layer moving relative to one another. Okay, so if there is hydrogen bonding between the two liquid layer, then the liquid layers cannot move freely relative to each other. That is why it has high viscosity. So these are the 4 physical properties of 1,2-diol, and the reason behind all the factors is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, so you can write the intermolecular hydrogen bonding directly proportional. This is directly proportional symbol, directly proportional to number 1 viscosity. Okay, viscosity. Number 2 higher boiling point, simple boiling point. Number 3 solubility, soluble in water. Okay, so that is why solubility. So all these are directly proportional to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Means higher the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, higher the viscosity, higher the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, higher the boiling point, higher the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, means extensive hydrogen bonding, higher will be the solubility. Okay, so next comes to its methods of preparation of 1,2-diol or glycol or ethylene glycol. Okay, so give heading methods of preparation of 1,2-diol. Methods of preparation of 1,2-diol. Okay, so the first method or number 1 method for the synthesis of 1,2-diol or glycol, right? Hydrolysis of ethylene chlorohydrin. Okay, the first method is for hydrolysis of ethylene chlorohydrin. Okay, So ethylene chlorohydrin, there must be one chloro group and there must be one hydroxyl group. So what is the structure of ethylene chlorohydrin? This is ethylene, okay, ethylene chlorohydrin. Here suppose one chlorine group and here hydroxyl, ethylene chlorohydrin. Okay, so hydrolysis. For hydrolysis we will use the reagent sodium bicarbonate NaCO3 in presence of water, 2 moles of water. Okay, so what is the reaction mechanism? When sodium bicarbonate mixed with 2 moles of water, there is one reaction, NaCO3 plus 2 moles of water. It will form what? It will form sodium hydroxide. Okay, 2 moles of sodium hydroxide plus remaining what is H2CO3. Okay, this sodium hydroxide NaOH, it is behaves as a base, strong base. We can write it as OH minus. So it behaves as a nucleophile in this reaction. So in all total, besides sodium bicarbonate and 2 water, we can write OH minus. Okay, here OH minus behaving as a nucleophile. So OH minus what it will do? It will attack to, this is the electrophilic center, as the leaving group chlorine is attached to this electrophile. The OH minus will attack to this CH2 group, okay, and the chlorine group leaves as a leaving group. So what is the product? CH2 OH replace chlorine atom. So here OH. So this is what? 1,2-diol or glycol. Okay, or glycol. So this is the first methods of preparation of 1,2-glycol from ethylene chlorohydrin by hydrolysis in presence of sodium bicarbonate and water. Okay, next comes to method number 2. So in second method we can also get 1,2-diol from the hydrolysis of, right, from the hydrolysis of ethylene dibromide. Ethylene dibromide. So starting material ethylene dibromide, CH2Br, 2 bromine group, CH2Br, dibromide Br, 2Br. So to this hydrolysis, for hydrolysis we will use the same reagent, sodium bicarbonate and 2 moles of water. Sodium bicarbonate and 2 moles of water. When sodium bicarbonate mixed with 2 moles of water, what it will form? I have already written here. It will form 2 moles of sodium hydroxide plus H2CO3. So 2 moles of sodium hydroxide we can write as 2 moles of OH minus. Instead of Na plus OH minus, we can simply write 2 moles of OH minus. Okay, so OH minus 1 mole of 2 moles of OH minus 1 mole of OH minus will nucleophilically attack to this CH2 group and bromine group releases. So bromine group releases, and here is positive part Na plus, 2 moles of Na plus. So 1 Na plus will takes the Br minus. So what will form? 1 mole of NaBr. Okay, so you can also see here you use 1 mole of OH minus. Also there left another mole of OH minus, 2 moles of OH minus it is forming. So another moles of OH minus similarly attack to this CH2 group and this Br group releases. Also this Br group bind with the another Na plus to form another mole of NaBr. So totally 2 moles of NaBr is forming here as a byproduct. And OH group, one OH group attached to this CH2 group and another OH group attached to this CH2 group. So what is the product? This is CH2OH, CH2OH. This is 1,2-diol or glycol. Okay, this is the second method of preparation of ethylene glycol or glycol. So next coming to third methods of preparation of 1,2-diol, that is right, the number 3, from the acid hydrolysis, right, acid hydrolysis of ethylene oxide. So hydrolysis will takes place in presence of acid, either any mineral acid HCl or H2SO4 or H3PO4 inorganic acid. So acid hydrolysis of ethylene oxide. So what is the structure of ethylene oxide? Starting material you have to take CH2CH2O. This is an epoxide. CH2CH2 binds to one common oxygen. This is epoxide or ethylene oxide. We can write it epoxide or ethylene oxide. 1 2 ethylene and oxide group here, ethylene oxide. So acid hydrolysis means for hydrolysis we are using water. For acid H plus simple we can write for acid. Okay, H plus. In the first step what will happen, here oxygen have lone pair, it takes the hydrogen H plus. Okay, and this step is known as protonation step, you can write. Then step 1, protonation. Okay, so oxygen takes the hydrogen, then there will be a positive charge over oxygen as oxygen donates its non-bonded electron, then oxygen plus, and oxygen takes the hydrogen OH positive. In the second step, this is the intermediate. In the second step what will happen, we are using water. Here water behaves as a nucleophile. Okay, OH, water, the oxygen lone pair. Okay, the oxygen lone pair will attack to this CH2 group. Okay, this side the oxygen lone pair also can attack to this CH2 group, and in both the side we will get the same product. Let the oxygen lone pair attack to this CH2 side, and this bond, okay, when it attack to this CH2, this bond moves over to here oxygen electron deficient moves over to electron deficient oxygen atom. So what it will form, CH2 OH. As oxygen donates its electron, then there is positive charge over oxygen. Okay, OH water, and this CH2, okay, this CH2 attached to this OH group. Okay, just mark, when this bond moves over to oxygen, so this side connection breaks, only this side connection to this CH2 group to OH group. So CH2, this side CH2 to OH. Okay, so what will happen in the next step, another mole of water here behaves as a base. Here oxygen lone pair takes the hydrogen, and this bond moves over to electron deficient oxygen atom here, and H3O plus will form water plus H, H3O plus will release, and here OH, CH2OH, CH2OH. This is what? CH2OH, here also CH2OH. So this is what? 1,2-diol or glycol. 1,2-diol or glycol, or ethylene glycol you can say. So this step you can write it as nucleophilic or SN2 attack by water molecule. SN2 attack, this is SN2 attack by water molecule. And this step you can write deprotonation step. Step 3, deprotonation, you can write deprotonation. Okay, so this is the third method for synthesis of 1,2-diol. Okay, next comes to number 4 method. So in method 4, right, in method 4 we can also get 1,2-diol from hydroxylation of ethylene molecule, ethylene. So hydroxylation means addition of hydroxyl group, hydroxyl. So starting material here we have to take ethylene. Structure of ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2. To this, if in the first step we will use cold KMnO4, okay, cold KMnO4, and in the second step if we will use sodium hydroxide and water, okay, we will get what? 1,2-diol or glycol or ethylene glycol. So this is the reaction. So what is the mechanism? Here see the mechanism, write the mechanism with me. So this is ethylene, cold KMnO4, potassium permanganate. So structure of potassium permanganate, this is manganese, +7 oxidation state here, 7 bond 1 2 3 4 5 6, oxygen minus 7 bond plus 7 oxidation state, that is a 7 bond O minus and potassium plus. Okay, this is potassium permanganate. So in the first step what will happen, see the Mn double bond O, one of the bond will attack to this CH2 group. Okay, just mark my finger and arrow mechanism. This bond attack to this CH2 and this bond will attack to this oxygen, and this manganese oxygen, one of the bond moves over to manganese. Cyclic mechanism. Okay, this bond attack to this CH2, this bond attack to this oxygen, and this bond moves over to manganese again. So what it will form? It will form one cyclic intermediate, CH2 CH2, and this CH2 attached to the oxygen. Okay, and this bond, one bond moves over to manganese. There is only one bond now, and here manganese, one bond attack to this CH2, so manganese have only one bond now, and this oxygen attached to this CH2, oxygen CH2, this CH2 this oxygen, and this oxygen this CH2. Okay, and double bond O, here O minus K plus. So this step you can write this step as what? Syn addition, means same side addition of KMnO4. Syn addition of KMnO4 to ethylene molecule, to ethylene. What it will form? Cyclic intermediate, to form a cyclic intermediate, Okay, in the next step what will happen? In the next step we are using what? Sodium hydroxide here. Sodium hydroxide Na plus OH minus. So OH minus here will attack to this manganese, and this bond moves over to oxygen. Okay, all of you understand? This OH minus will attack to this manganese, and this bond moves over to oxygen, and this step is known as what? This is a nucleophilic addition of OH group. You can write simply as step 2 as, this is step 1. Step 2 we can write nucleophilically addition of OH minus to cyclic intermediate. So what is the product form? CH2, oxygen, manganese. When OH attack to manganese, then OH group attached to manganese, and this bond moves over to oxygen, and over oxygen there is negative charge O minus. Okay, and here O minus K plus. Okay, here manganese attached to oxygen, and here attached to oxygen CH2, and this CH2 attached to this CH2. Okay, and here O minus, and counterpart is from NaOH, sodium plus, O minus, and sodium plus we can write. So this is the step 2. In the step 3 what will happen? Okay, in the step 3 the O minus, here you can see O minus K plus. So O minus will return back to form manganese oxygen double bond. So O minus return back to manganese oxygen single bond, and this bond, okay, this bond moves over to oxygen, and negative charge over electronegative element is stable. That is why this bond breaks. So this step we can write this step as step 3. Here I am writing step 3 as, okay, step 3 I am here writing here. So step 3 as the cyclic intermediate breaks here, we can write it as breaking of cyclic intermediate. Okay, cyclic intermediate breaks here. So what it will form? CH2 and oxygen over oxygen, there is negative O minus, and this CH2 attached to this CH2. Okay, and this CH2 attached to oxygen, and this oxygen attached to manganese here, and manganese attached to OH here, and O minus Na plus here, and here manganese oxygen double bond will form. Okay, so step 3 complete. Next step 4. Okay, in step 4 what will happen? Water, we are using water, OHH. Step 4 is known as protonation step or proton transfer step. You can write step 4 as proton transfer by water. Water will transfer its proton transfer step, proton transfer by water. Okay, the O minus takes the hydrogen from water to form OH. So this step CH2 OH, and here CH2O attached to manganese, and manganese attached to here OH group. Okay, and here another O minus Na plus. Okay, and here double bond O. Okay, so this is step 4 product. After this, okay, after this I am writing here. So here you can see the O minus while return back to manganese oxygen, it will form manganese oxygen double bond, and this bond at the same time this bond moves over to oxygen as O minus it will form. So CH2 OH CH2 O minus, and the remaining part what leaves here HMnO3. okay, here hydrogen H, okay, Mn HMn and 3 oxygen. Here is 1 oxygen, here is another oxygen, here is third oxygen. 1 2 3 oxygen HMnO3. HMn3 group releases here, and this step number 5 step you can write it as, okay, release of HMnO3. Simple, release of HMnO3. okay, got it. So in the next step what will happen, here O minus and counterpart Na plus, always charge balance takes place in chemical reaction. In the next step, simple protonation step, there is another mole of water suppose, okay, the O minus takes hydrogen from water, okay, so it will form OH, CH2OH, here CH2OH, okay, and this step number 6 step is the protonation step, protonation by water, similar to step 4, protonation by water, okay. So this is the product what, 1,2-diol or glycol or ethylene glycol. So these are the 4 methods for the preparation of 1,2-diol. In first method from hydrolysis of ethylene chlorohydride, in the second method from the hydrolysis of ethylene dibromide, and in the third method acid hydrolysis of ethylene oxide, and in the fourth method from the hydroxylation of ethylene. So hope you all understood. See you in the next class. Thank you.